Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. I'm Steven. I collect discontinued, vintage, rare, and interesting fragrances where I live in Japan. Hit the record button on my smartphone and show you what is arriving in the mail, like this envelope today. I had to wait a week or 10 days to get this because in Japan, fragrances, perfume cannot be sent by airplane. It has to be shipped ground. So if somebody is living in Okinawa, which is a city that's far south from Japan, the mainland, or in Hokkaido, which is a big island in the northern part of Japan, I have to wait while that thing is on a ship before it gets to my door. So this one took quite a while. It finally arrived. I have a Kenzo classic here. It might be the first fragrance that Kenzo is famous for. Kenzo pour Homme, the classic from 1991. I have a couple Kenzo videos on this channel. If you check, you can find them. Episode 273 was one where I was looking at a mini version of the mini bottle of Kenzo pour Homme. This one is a little bit bigger, so I have a chance to spray it on and to check it out. I'll talk about the notes, what's in it, and just tell you how I feel about this one again. Kenzo pour Homme on Eau de Treasure. I know from the description that this is a 30 ml bottle. I didn't know that they made 30 mLs. I thought it was just 100 and a 50. But this looked like a clean 30 ml bottle that was nearly full. I don't know what year this came out. Didn't check out the batch code, so I will do that now. Let's take a look at the bottle. So it looks just like the mini bottle looked. The mini bottle was impressive because it looked just like the full-size bottles. Here it is. It is a bamboo theme. Kenzo pour Homme. It's really nice, very unique. You can see the name Kenzo here, and then this is some kind of a Japanese stamp. But there's no, you can't really see the details. There's no real details. And this looks like it's a spray nozzle, but it's not. It's just the design of this bamboo. And yeah, it's a little bit dusty inside there. It just looks like a cut piece of wood, as I said in the previous video. Let's look at the bottom. 30 ml. There's the batch code V724Z07. Gonna look that up right now and see when this came out. But look here, it looks like it was dropped. It's a little bit chipped at the bottom there. It looks all right here, but unfortunately it was chipped. This chip on the bottom, I looked at the sale again and I noticed that this happened after I bought it, because here's the picture of what I was looking at in the sale and there's nothing wrong with it. And now it's here. And in the bubble wrap, you could tell there's a piece missing, and it's not in this bubble wrap. The seller dropped it and then didn't tell me about it. Okay, unfortunately, there's nothing on Check Fresh. This doesn't come up. It's actually V7240707. Nothing on Check Fresh, but when I checked checkcosmetic.net, it actually came up as 2017 production. So that's not right. If it repeats every 10 years, then that would be 2007 or 97. So this could be a 1997, which makes sense that there's a couple, or there's 3 sevens in there. Maybe it is. I don't know. Was this still in production like this bottle in 97? I would think so. I didn't get into the information in the last video, 273, about Kenzo pour Homme. So this is from 1991, and the perfumer is Christian Matteau, if I'm pronouncing it right. And I looked on his profile on Fragrantica. There are not a whole lot of fragrances, maybe just 5 that he did. He did a famous one called Giacomo, and then he did one from Givenchy Ultramarine Intense. A whole lot of notes in this vintage fragrance. I'll read off the notes according to Fragrantica. The top notes are C notes, mahogany, sage, bergamot, and lemon. Middle notes of pine, juniper berries, carnation, nutmeg, rose, lily of the valley, caraway, jasmine, peach, and orris root. It's a whole lot of middle notes. And base notes of balsam fir, sandalwood, cedar, musk, oak moss, vetiver, amber, and labdanum. Gonna give myself a spray now. We are ready to try this one out. Let's look at the sprayer here. Looks good, no leaks. This is a heavy bottle, so it's a nice heavy glass. This is just plastic, this top right here. Okay. All right, let's do a spray on my right hand here. Very nice. All right. Let's see how full this is. Can we see the level? Yes, we can. It's shaking around right at the top there. So this is full. Very nice. All right, let's give a whiff and see if it reminds me of the mini I smelled. So this bottle's been sitting around for a while. The bottle looks clean. It's a little bit dusty in there. But it doesn't smell 100% fresh. It doesn't smell as fresh as I remember those minis smelling. But that could just be me. Maybe that's the way this is supposed to smell. It does have that vintage scent to it. It's the musk and the oak moss, those base notes. I can just smell them already, it seems. But it does have the sea notes. It does have that aquatic scent to it. It's not a modern aquatic. Like even Acqua di Gio is from the late 90s, mid to late 90s. That one even smells a little bit more like a modern aquatic. This one is just, it's aquatic, but it's like a vintage style aquatic. So I said this before in the other video, I can see why people said that this was a game changer and this was a trendsetter in fragrances. This might be considered like the first aquatic fragrance because it took that classic profile or the vintage profile. We call it vintage now, but at the time it wasn't considered vintage. That was kind of like standard fare for masculine fragrances. It took that and it added this aquatic, like ocean air feel to it. The citruses, the florals, especially that peach note, it's very well blended, like I can't pick them out. I just pick out the sandalwood, the cedar, the musk, the oak moss, the vetiver, those heavy notes, the labdanum. And then up top, I can sense that the sea notes, and maybe it's the sage. Now, as I said, I don't have the minis to compare it to, but I do have a modern Kenzo pour Homme to compare it to. I have this one right here. This is Kenzo Homme, the eau de toilette version. This is a tester bottle. I also have the parfume. This is another, this is a tester, right? Yeah. I got these in a set recently. I did a video about Kenzo Homme parfume from, I think it's from 2022 or 2023. Did a video about that. You can look on the channel. But I think I gave that one to a friend. I think I told the story. I gave that one to a friend. And then I met him months and months later, and he was wearing it, and I was really impressed by it. And I kind of regretted giving it to him. I wish I had it, basically. And I found a seller selling both of these together. And I got these for $10. Now, they're not full. Of course, they're not full, but there's like 50 ml left in this 110 ml bottle. And there's about 30 ml left in this eau de toilette bottle. So for $10, it was a great deal. This is supposed to be inspired by the original Kenzo Homme. So I'm going to do myself I'm going to spray myself on my left hand here. Going to see if there are any similarities between these two, if at all. On Fragrantica, this classic is rated at 4.07, as of this video at least. And the thumbs up, this smells like, a lot of people gave votes for Kenzo Homme eau de toilette, if this is the right one. There are a lot of Kenzo Hommes that have similar bottles, if it is this one. But when you click on this and you look at the ratings, it's quite low. It's like 3.67. People don't really like this one, and I'm smelling them now. I'm comparing them hand to hand, literally. This one is actually, it's not that bad. It's a fresh fragrance. It does smell aquatic. It does have a little bit of the sea note. It's a little bit on the woody side. It's just not anything that's really impressive. It's just kind of like a standard, modern, fresh fragrance. This profile's been done before. You might as well compare this to Nautical Voyage. It's not as sweet as Acqua di Gio. It's not strong on the citruses. And there is kind of a noticeable note, and it's listed as calypsone, and it's supposed to be like a fruity and aquatic note. It's a little bit weird, and I'm guessing that's why this thing gets a little bit of hate, is that it smells somewhat synthetic. It's not a natural smelling fragrance. People, I think, were hoping that it would be more like this one, but it lacks those heavy masculine base notes I mentioned before that this one has. And that's the main difference. It just doesn't have this doesn't have that vintage masculine feel that this one has. This one truly is unique and it's hard to replicate. What do you think of this one, guys? Leave me a comment down below. Do you have a bottle of vintage Kenzo pour Homme from the 90s? What do you think of this bottle that I found? I'm a little disappointed it was dropped and chipped and not disclosed in the details of the sale. This one I paid about $11. $11 and change, 1,600 yen to get. It's a beautiful bottle. So unfortunately it doesn't have the box. It would be nice to see the box. I'll keep my eyes open. I'd still love to buy a 50 or 100 ml. But they're not cheap here. People here know what these are, these vintage Kenzo pour Hommes. And the 100 mLs sell for at least $80 and up. The 50 mLs go for anywhere around 30, 40, or 50 bucks. If I see a clean one, I'll pick it up. But I couldn't let this one go for $11. I had to grab it myself. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. What'd you think of the video? If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button. And please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Discontinued vintage, rare, and interesting fragrances like this beauty I picked up right here. Stay tuned for the next video coming in a few days. Hope you guys are having a great day out there, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.